Hi everybody. I'm back in my office here in Chicago, and I was just reflecting on of all things, as it relates to the world of selling, I was reflecting on a cruise I took in the Mediterranean about 8 years ago. And while I was enjoying a few cocktails, I actually observed something that made me think of the world of selling. I was standing alongside the dock as this large cruise ship was coming into port. And I saw something that was kind of interesting. I noticed on deck that one of the deckhands actually had what looked like a baseball with a very tiny line attached to it. And he threw that line to a guy who was on the dock. And with that line attached to a much thicker line, which I later found out the name for that thick line is called a hawser. It's the big dock line that ties up one of the big cruise ships. But it's too big of line to toss, so they toss a tiny line that actually has a baseball-shaped object at the end that they call a monkey's fist. And so they throw a line that is attached to the hawser. What does this have to do with the world of selling? You're probably asking yourself right now, if you haven't already clicked this video off. What it has to do with is too many salespeople I've observed when they're trying to make calls on the phone, instead of throwing the little teaser line out there, they're throwing the hawser out there first. And so I call this making a sale before the sale. So I want you to think about in your approach, and everybody who's in the world of selling has to approach new contacts, new prospects for the first time. And I want you to think about making a sale before the sale. And what this involves is when you're calling someone on the phone, I want you to sell the appointment, sell the interview, not your product or service. You want to throw that little line first. You want to get the audience. You want to set up a phone appointment time or a face-to-face interview time where at that point in time you'll begin to ask questions that will lead somebody toward the advantages and benefits of your product or service. But I want you to think about not selling your product or service, in fact keeping it kind of in the background, but selling that particular appointment or interview. And certainly we have to be able to generate enough curiosity by dangling some little benefit that gets enough intrigue that they want to set that appointment with you. But again, it's about throwing out that little line and not trying to throw the big hawser line out there too much too soon. Thanks everybody. Have a great day. Great selling.